Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And guys, at long last, we're able to give you the PDX Steel Division Normandy 44 Tournament Finals. Quite a mouthful, but I'd say we had some quite great play, haven't you, Rang?
Yeah, we've seen some good play over the past 2.5 months, really, and we're all culminating down to the finals.
It sounds exciting for me today. So we'll be bringing all the games to the finals right here in this single cast. So sit down, settle on in, grab yourself a Coke and maybe some chips. I don't know. But on Cho, who are our players, Rang?
On left hand side, in blue, we have ourselves Yuejin as the Guards Armored Division. And on the right hand side, in red, we have A.Lennart as the 91st Laughlander.
We've been seeing a lot of guards play. Oh, actually, not even that much guards play. Have we seen the 91st that much either?
No, these are both divisions. We haven't seen much throughout the tournament. It's been a lot of pose. It's been a lot of, I don't know, Germans. It's just kind of been everything really. Like I really noticed a lot of pose in general for allies, but we've kind of been seeing like a mixed bag. A bit of 21st as well. But I don't know, in terms of this matchup, I mean, guards armored, bit more of an open map. Going to be pretty well if they can get the tank spam rolling. For A.Lennart, the town's going to be pretty important because that's where Faultjägers and his Ersatztruppen spam can really thrive. Looking at the initial loadout, Pack 36s should be enough to deal with this initial Humbler. Per se, Yuejin is actually a Cromwell down south, which is a damn good choice. That's going to be a pain in the ass, but fortunately, most of the vehicles are lightly armored as half-tracks, Humblers, and Pack 36s for a high fire rate is going to be more than enough to deal with that.
And we're going to get started actually rather quickly here. A very conservative breakout, I would say, for the guards. A little bit less so for the Germans. We see a bunch of them racing for that town.
Yeah, really that town's extremely important as Lennart is more of an infantry division. And also on this map, it's really the only hard piece of cover that you can get. Rest of it is just thin tree lines. So trying to get his Faultjägers, Ersatztruppen in the air, and just try to rush through. Now, I've actually seen some flamethrower troops from Lennart, which is definitely a interesting play. Usually see that more third Faultjäger, as you don't really have any CQC guys. But with 91st Laughlander, I mean, if he can get the flamethrowers in close, they're just going to be able to burn baby burn.
You know, I didn't realize he actually didn't even bring a Pack 36 to the south. He's got a Pack 40.
Oh, damn,
so he's going all
big.
in on that early AT.
That's going to be very important to try and knock out Cromwell Mark 6, but I still give it to the Cromwell.
Now, you were saying to me before this cast that there's a benefit to having Ersatztruppen over here with the 91st. Something with the Ersatztruppen and their dishonored, disheartened.
Yeah, pretty much these flamethrowers, flame roll fast. Pretty much the disheartened stat is really good for Ersatztruppen. It's beneficial because it makes them suppress faster, and when a unit is pinned down, they take less damage. So Ersatztruppen are even more meat shieldier than you think they are. But nonetheless, we've got the Humbler taking a few pot shots, and I just want to note the micro between both players. Ducking in and out the building. Got smoke here with Lennart pretty much smoking the road, allowing his flamethrower troops to get closer. Both sides is doing a phenomenal job with the infantry play.
Well, let's be fair. I mean, honestly, if they can take out these motorized rifles, I would say that Panther 39 coming on in has pretty free reign, I would say, through most of that town.
Yeah, it's funny. It's going to be the pretty much top dog in that town. It's going to be easily able to deal with a Humbler Mark III. And the Faultjägers, as you can see, they are just tearing stuff up. I mean, you don't mess around at 3 stars and 2 MG34s, baby.
That's true, that's true. And I mean, one of those stars is thanks to Alexander up there, but Ulig is still hanging on back.
Yeah, just hanging out back, just given the very important veterancy bonus. And it seems like his town will be under A.Lennart's control, as Yuejin is forced to retreat. And it's a shame that Yuejin couldn't get his half-tracks into better positions, because they're really important fire support for guards armored, as their infantry isn't great, but because everything essentially comes in a half-track, you know, it's some damn good fire support.
But let's be fair, though. At the same time, Evie might be able to force the issue up to the north, but down to the south, A.Lennart is... oh, never mind. That Pack 40 is kind of stabilizing things pretty well.
Yep.
Getting pushed back early on, I was thinking that we're going to see a little bit more of a distressing thing as that Cromwell and the Universal Carrier coming forward, but...
Oof. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the pack gun's kind of out in the open, no cover, so the Cromwell's going to have a pretty easy time. And just how anti-tank guns work at the moment in the whole HP system, I really give it more to the tank in terms
Well, to
of
be
these
fair, that
types of
Pack
fight.
40 was much more aggressively placed and
Yeah.
got forced back already. So
Yeah, too bad he couldn't get it to the tree line where the Feldjäger Fuhrer is, because the extra veterancy as well as actual cover would have definitely helped out Pack 40 quite a lot.
indeed, indeed. But here we are now. So the Humble, in the meantime, gets forced back again. Motorized rifles are outside that town, looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think? That half track coming in right now, that probably should be another
Yep.
motorized rifle.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
probably
you say?
another motor rifle. But it's really going to come down to Lennart trying to knock out his half tracks now. He has the town pretty firmly under his control. It's just about trying to exert force outside of it. As the Humbler and half tracks are really going to stop any further advances until he can knock them out. So maybe it's good play with the 39H, using it to kill the Humble Mark III if he can get a hit. But I'm thinking, maybe a Panzerstrike squad. The Panzerstrike Recon squad definitely would help out in this town to just get a few sneaky snipes on these M5 HTs.
I don't know. I do like the placement that he's got already. He's got one in the middle part of the map, one to the south with a second Cromwell hitting the map.
And I'll
I
be
don't know.
free
I
down
like,
south.
I like where he's got them. Ooh, you're right.
Will they get the kill? No luck.
That Tempest is going to completely whoop him, though.
Oh yeah. That's always the danger of getting the B3 and A. Is like you can't buy a B3 and a fighter, so you just have to hope that your opponent can't buy a fighter. But in this case, I don't think the B3 is going to get out Khan.
No, he's not. And that's actually a super quick kill. I'm surprised he went down that fast.
And that's a huge loss. That's just 200 points worth of airplane right there. That's 3 minutes to saving up pretty much. And
well, and Pack 36 in the middle part of the field going on down to that Cromwell already. So big problems over here in the center for the Germans, I would say.
Yeah, Yuejin just exerting really good pressure here with this Cromwell play. The other one down south did get rapid damaged or rapid destroyed, so it has no ammunition. Not exactly great, so hopefully it's run in the middle. But look at the run in the middle. It's very close to the Abra squad. And, oof.
Well, and that was the thing I was thinking of. I was really looking forward to it.
Oh, no, he's coming back round.
Still nice and close to this one.
Come on. Yeah.
Shot!
Please,
fire. Oh,
please.
he wants us bad. Internal fragments.
Internal fragments. Yeah,
that's
a good hit. Knocked out the Rappunge at least.
If you can take out this half track, is even better, though.
Yeah.
Before he gets pinged. No, boys.
No, get it.
Take the shot. There we go. Internal fragments again.
Fragments again.
Has the crit been increased incidence-wise
Okay,
for
so
the
pretty
Shreks?
much, Khan, light vehicles, because of the crit system, survive much better, because when you get an AP hit, essentially, it does HP damage. So a half-track being hit by a regular AT gun or Panzerschreck or Pia can usually survive 2 to 3 hits if it doesn't roll a critical hit. And a critical hit happens like 25% of the time, 40% of the time. It's pretty low considering. So that's why we're seeing a lot of these half-tracks surviving, and really, right now, I'd say the meta is more towards like light armor half-tracks, because even if they get hit by an anti-tank gun, they can survive.
No, I think my more concern was that the Shrek squad had been slightly nerfed to the point that if part of 2 Shreks and the internal fragments twice in a row, like that just seems really, really unlikely.
It's just how the HP system works right now. It's a little bit silly. I mean, they should beforehand, when a vehicle got hit, there's more chance of it being a critical hit and being a one-hit kill. But now that's been nerfed quite a bit. So even though you have a big ass 88mm rocket, it doesn't blow up, a half-track. It's a bit silly. It's a bit silly, but nonetheless, we've got quite a lot of motor rifles pushing through the middle here. With
and quite a lot of Cromwells coming in too.
Oh yeah, 2 Cromwells, damn.
Yes, sir.
So very, very heavy Cromwell play, but really the tank play is going to help out Yuejin quite a bit. The Abra, unfortunately,
he's not going anywhere.
Surrounded. That's pretty much a firing squad at that point. That's not even a fight.
That is true. That is true. But he's holding up just long enough. That 52 to 50. I'm assuming to 48%. We are seeing Lennart at least generating some tickets here and there.
He just that little bulge in the southern middle, and also holding the town is definitely helping him out. Bit of a fight in the town, but the Feldjägers are gonna clear up the motor rifles easy peasy. No fire support with the half track, so they're buggered, the motor rifles.
Very true. Very true. And surprisingly enough, we're seeing Kubovalke munitions coming on out already. I guess this is probably to refill those smokes.
Uh, probably the
No,
maybe the pack
no.
40. I think. Where is he
But no,
actually
it's going up
sending
to
it?
the north. Like
Okay, he's
I'm not.
fixing the tank.
Oh yeah. Whoops. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
It's
The
not going to get
track's
there in
been
time though. That
destroyed.
Cromwell's way too close.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that Cromwell's definitely going to help out quite a bit. Just the needed fire support, knock out the 39, and then it can start pounding out of Feldshakers and Ersatz trooping inside the buildings.
Unless we get a cheeky side shot here.
Oh,
Oh, that could have been okay. Had that died, I think I would have cheered.
Same. But is he going to use a smoke in the 39? Yeah.
There we go. That is
This
brilliant right there.
is why this is the finals, boys and girls. Just that's micro, right? Yeah, that's how you micro flamethrower troops. Just smoke grenades. Good use of smoke grenades.
But the question is, can he make sure that smoke stays there long enough?
That is a good question, Khan. I mean, that Kubo munitions is hauling ass to the front line, and I think it should be enough.
Here's number 3.
Repair and back it off. Oh, Stu 42 down south. That's definitely an interesting choice.
Ooh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
yes. Okay, that infantry push is going to be backstopped completely now.
The one problem is that Cromwell Mark 7 is still in the field. It doesn't have the range to kill the Stu, because the Stu can get like 1 or 2 hits in, but the Stu exactly can't exactly kill a Cromwell tank of high explosive ammunition, unless you'll shoot it a lot.
But no, I would say that's why we have the Pack 40 that's still there. He's trying to slink forwards. And it looks like we're going to see that Panzer 39 getting saved.
Oh, wow.
He's not going to get... He can't get around on that.
Yeah,
and the smoke grenades are back in the Flammen for troops, too.
And then you can just keep popping smoke in the flame. That's just really good use of flamethrower troops. They're hard to use because it's only a 2-man squad, but when you use the smoke efficiently and you can use that to protect your troops and the SOT, you can just see the results.
Well, we are into Phase B. So,
91st
Left Lieutenant getting themselves a shot in the arm, but the Guards even more so. Does the 91st get any more tools to...
Well, as we can see, we got 2 Mortar 2s being brought out, which is definitely good choice for this map. He needs all the bloody ground support, long range, that he can get. For the Guards, he really needs to get a supply truck to fix those 2 Cromwell Mark 6s. They're pretty much sitting around doing the bugger all at the moment. But, yeah, I think at this point we're probably going to see just more tanks, essentially, from Yuejin.
Now, Ersatz trooping are going to go and find themselves getting taken on out across the battle space, but we are seeing it still... I really get the feeling that the Guards should be making a much better push along the center part of this battlefield.
He really just needs to get the ball rolling. Really needs to get the Cromwells up. If he can get those Cromwells up, which is now he's doing with the Bedford, he can just start annihilating all these infantry, all these positions in the middle. Because doing the motor rifle, run across the open fields, let them get shot at, and then just, return fire, is definitely the most efficient way to attack over this southern middle sector.
Definitely sounds about right. Cromwell continues to try to find that 39 to the north. It's not going to happen too easily, though. Humbler finally goes down.
Oh, yeah. I thought, it's a 39 getting the kill.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, sort of.
Yeah. It's so funny how efficient he's been with that one little French tank so far, still keeping it alive. But I'm not liking the look of his town right now because of his southern and middle assault. Yuejin's almost managing to get almost a surround on his town. If he can get that Cromwell up north a bit, he can pretty much cut off supplies.
I don't think that's really going to happen too easily, though, either. I mean, if you look at that tree line, first of all, you see that field surrounded on 3 different sides by trees.
Good point.
That by itself is like a ready-made fortress for the Germans.
Yeah, and you also got the 2 Mortar 2s, which are starting to force back the Cromwell as it doesn't have range to engage.
Well, and add the Stu on in for the fire support against infantry, and they're not going to go too close against those Piats, so...
Yeah.
Jeez. And more infantry being poured.
Up.
Yeah, I think you're right there. But I guess the question is, can it be as fast before the damage gets done, ticket-wise?
Good point, because Yuejin is still on that plus run. A.Lennart is in the lead point rise. And he's starting to get the momentum back now, as it is 0-0 on the point score.
I'm amused, by the way. This is 2 Cromwells down to the south with that Bedford, like I think you mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
So those tanks, once they get reboosted back into a full fighting trim, does that mean the south goes over here to the Brits, or no?
Yeah, because there's really not much here. The Pack-40 got annihilated. He can at least destroy his infantry, like frontline section of the Falltjäger, you know, the Panzerabwehr. The Mortar 2s, once again, going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but against Mortar 2s, if he focus fires Cromwell, he can definitely, like, stun them up, because there's only, you know, it's a dinky little tank.
Oh, not even a tank. Like, come on, that's not
It's a
even
tank
solely the
destroyer.
name there. Now, we did see a Humber going on down, but he must have been 600 or 700 yards out from the nearest infantry unit. I could not figure out for the life of me what had killed him. Maybe it was the Pack 36. No, it was Pack 38 rather. No, it wasn't even that.
I don't know. But we do
I don't,
have...
think, I don't think it was the Martyr. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was the Martyr.
Yeah. We do have a Saxon being ripped out. Now, no
Oh,
2 stars,
jeez.
unfortunately, but artillery on an open map, gonna be pretty good. And the Saxon is the king of artillery, as it can't get counter-artilleried.
That is true.
Almost. Unless you bring up a Hummel, but who has Hummels?
He's not feeling too humble today.
Yeah.
Take a quick look at the sight lines for both sides here. German center being observed pretty easily by Yuejin, but Lennart doesn't really have great line of sight either. So
No.
both players being rather defensive. Is that really fair to say?
Uh,
Because we are seeing some kind of feints up and down the line here.
it's more focused on like infantry spam rather than getting the good recon positions. As if you just, you know, run onto an Ersatz troop and wait for it to get shot, that's pretty much a 10-point recon unit.
True.
Yeah, unless it's like a 17-pounder because they won't shoot your Ersatz trooping. But, you know, at that point, you're paying 10 points. You got to make do with what you got.
Oh, kind of funny. We had a wet noodle contest that finally ended in death. It was Fallschirmjäger versus one motorized rifle, just one lone infantryman on both sides.
I really like his Cromwell Mark 7 placement here.
Yes.
It's in position to ambush that Mortar 2. He knows it's and it is pretty heavy morale damage. So, too bad doesn't have like a Falltjäger closer to just like pop over the tree line.
Well, he doesn't need to. He's got a 17-pounder backstopping that Cromwell 7. Just took out one of the martyrs to the south.
Oh, damn.
And at long last, we are going to see some AA coming on in.
And a Firefly from the Allies. So
I'm
really
actually
starting
kinda
to ramp up their tanks.
I'm really surprised that I'm not seeing any more air power coming up from the Germans. I realize it's expensive, but I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like it's completely necessary already. If nothing else, than to do the morale damage to the tanks.
Yeah, I mean, the B3s are rather important, really, for knocking out the enemy tanks, especially later on in the match when the Guard armor just get completely tank crazy. But I think that Tempest really struck quite a blow to him, and also you have to buy a Messerschmitt as well. So it's
Very
really,
true.
what, a 360, 350 point investment to get the Messerschmitt and the B3. So, you know, I can be pretty hesitant. Oh God.
Martyr shoots, and the Cromwell shoots. They both shoot. And Crit City going the way of the Germans, I would say, on that one. Of course, at the same time... Oh, this Pack 38 is in beautiful position.
There we go. Come on, Pack boy.
Beautiful position. Can he save him? He's not going to save him in time, I don't think. Oh, no, he is. There we go.
There we go. That was...
Finally, an
that was
anti-tank
good.
gun doing the damage on the first go-round.
Can't miss at like 200 meters.
No, if you do, to the Russian front.
Yeah.
I need to find that. I need to watch that movie again. In any case, so the Firefly there, is that a little bit strange to bring that guy on in?
Yeah,
A
I
little
know.
incongruous, perhaps?
I mean, it's not a terrible choice unlike the previous match where he saw the Guard Armored player do just
Yes.
Firefly spam. Because he's using them to knock out mortars. Right, so, you know, as Firefly against the mortar really goes to the Firefly. It does have much better armor capabilities. But he still has the Cromwells alive, and they can really just fill in that fire support. So, really, it's a pretty good choice at the moment, I'd have to say.
I'd also like to note, by the way, that I think the Panzer 39 killed the Cromwell to the north.
Huh.
Because everyone up there still has all their Fausts, and there was no anti-tank gun anywhere near it. I'm pretty sure that Panzer 39 is a
what's
god.
the B3? The B3's flying around.
Oh, that's...
No,
that
the B3
just
hasn't
destroys
fired
it.
its AP ammo, so... You may be right yet, Khan. You may be right. Too
Oh,
bad.
I'd like to be right once in a while. It'd be great. Oh, man. Sorry, self-pity's done. Anyway. 52-48, Yuejin is down right now. And with the Flak 36 in the field, I was going to say that the Germans had themselves some good anti-air, but that's not exactly true.
No, at least it is some anti-air. I mean, usually in a lot of 1v1s, this 2 Flak 36s is alright, essentially, to get through. And the mortar goes down to the 17-pounder, I think.
I believe you're right there. And infantry going out just ahead of it, and the Sexton is now going to start to counter barrage that Flak 36. The German air cover is not going to last long.
No, and this is where it starts to get scary, because as you can see, Yuejin, he's just his tanks. He hasn't lost that many tanks throughout this match, really. I mean, like, through Cromwells here and there, but he's got, what, 2 fire support Cromwells, 2 regular Cromwells, a Firefly, as well as a Sexton and 25-pounder giving artillery support. That's a pretty good open field battle group.
Well, even the Crusader there for anti-infantry, that's actually pretty fantastic itself.
And anti-air, it's a really good combo in this middle to try to make a push. Lennart is going to have a hard time as he just can't out-tank the tank division. He does have infantry all spread out, and good job using hold fire on his Feldjägers, but once they get spotted, it's not going to be enough. But it's really down to Yuejin getting the rifles on the front line, just trying to clear the forests and hedgerows so the tanks can move up. And that's why we're not seeing really a big push here from Yuejin, as he doesn't have the infantry to screen.
But that is the thing I was going to make a comment about myself, is that we are going to see anti-tank positions, let's call it, behind that front line. So the infantry for the 91st Luftland isn't even really there to hold them up. He's there just to be an outpost and sight lines for those heavier anti-tank guns.
Yeah, it does share for delaying action, really. And he still has the town under his control, which is damn important. Look out, 39H. Is he going to kill Cromwell again?
I don't know. He's not going to get the shot off. Tracks and wheels. Oh my god, that could have been beautiful. You are a plucky tank. I'm going to raise a drink in your honor tonight.
Yeah, but he's a dead tank now. But he managed to survive till C phase, so well done.
Indeed.
Well done.
Firefly, in the meantime, by the way, gets his tracks destroyed by the B3 run.
Oof. And
there's just enough support. Yeah, that ME-109 is going to keep him quite safe.
Yeah, and too bad doesn't have AA down south, cause it may be a little bit dicey, but look, we just got a mortar 2 spam here from Lennart, which is exactly... Well, it's the only thing he can do, ground-rise, to try and counter his tank, so... But, it's going to be pretty good, as those mortar 2s are cheap as chips.
Well, B3 comes back in, doesn't get anything out of it, though. Jeez, that's disappointing.
I'm thinking... I don't think Lennart's going to be able to get the initiative down south, but he's definitely going to be able to delay and really stop Yuejin from making, a big push if he just does this B3 Mortar 2 combo, as the Mortar 2s are just like stationary anti-tank guns that you have to trade with. And the Mortar 2s, if they stand still, going to get first shot. First shots are always pretty good. And then the B3 can just come in, just get a few strafing runs. If it kills a tank, that's great. If it stuns you up a tank, that's also pretty decent. And hopefully that should work pretty well. He did already knock out a Cromwell Mark 6.
One thing I'm a little bit disappointed about, actually, I think on my side, is that Yuejin has been deploying his artillery down to the south as opposed to hitting that town. He could be suppressing everything right about now.
Good point. I'd really say, in his defense, that the 25-pounder and Saxon are more for... I find them more useful for open field engagements artillery, as... For a town, I'd want to get something big, like a heavy mortar, essentially. And I want to be using my Saxons and 25-pounders to precisely kill in 25-pound artillery guns, specific infantry squads in, forests, etc. But I know what you mean, because he could take it down if he rifle spammed it enough. As we can see, there's not much in there anymore.
But that's what he's doing, though. He's got 3 squads of riflemen up top. He's got the remnants of a motorized rifle squad. He's got Cromwell 7 right there. I mean,
but he doesn't know what's in the town, really. That's a problem. He's got
a recce troop just to the south. He sees at least part of it. He should be able to see the point of fire coming on out. So.
Yeah, you can only see it one Pioneer, because it's kind of in line of sight.
I don't know. I understand the idea that mortars are better for digging troops out of houses, but if you just want the mortar suppression, or just the suppression overall... Do that, pop it down, and then, geez, rush the town.
Yeah. They do have that Panzer III coming in up north just to, a bit of a defense tank, essentially. But, definitely seems Yuejin is very focused on the southern flank. This Mortar 2 line is really proven to be a pain in the ass. I mean, he is slowly moving up his rifles now, but he's just a slow chip away at Lennart's defenses.
Well, and the Firefly is still stuck.
And there's a Messerschmitt coming in with rockets. Oh, Tempest is
Ooh,
going in.
let's
There's
see
no
if he's
AA
gonna
down
go
south.
for. Oh no, he's going for the supply truck. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the supply truck. That would have been a brilliant idea, actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. As that would have, even though it's like half down on supplies, it would have slowed down that Firefly from getting resupplied. Nork got a bit of a fur ball up in the air. Messerschmitt's going at it, but
One of them's going down. Yeah.
no AA cover, and yeah.
But you were saying before, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's trading bodies for time.
Yeah.
All he's got to do. He's already up 900 tickets, and that's just continuing to grow. And the Allies can't get any kind of pressure.
And it's such a shame because he has the forces to really do the pressure. He has lots of tanks and whatnot, but this mortar 2 line it's just a pain in the butt. Absolute pain in the butt. And moving up, gonna be killing that Firefly, it seems.
Well,
And,
okay, there we go. 2 clicks later.
I don't think getting that Sherman Mark 5 was really a good idea. He really needs more 1.2 kilometer weapons.
There goes the Bedford with almost full on up munitions. That's a great kill.
No, I think no, I was the same.
It was a martyr just now.
I mean, that was the same Bedford as before with the half supply.
No, it was a full up bar. I swear.
I know when it blows up, it's wait. Is that? Hold up.
Sherman there at the same time, so that goes on down. 17-pounder is not able to be aggressive. He's finally moving it up now, ever so slowly. Internal fire to the Cromwell to the south.
Damn. This is
So
just
all those tanks, all those armored vehicles, doesn't matter.
just fire lines, yeah, by the mortar 2. And this honestly, the fire rate is 8 rounds a minute, which is pretty fast considering that. Yeah, Cromwell shoots 6 rounds a minute, so that's why his mortar 2s are so bloody efficient, and also the accuracy as well. So. Yeah, this is really a great territory for him, as it is just open. There's no, nowhere to get flanked really.
17-pounder at long last gets up so he can start hitting these martyrs, but for every martyr he sends up to heaven, another one comes right back down.
And all exactly, but also the martyrs are super cheap, only 110 points, and I'm guessing he has both cards worth. So that's like 8 martyrs for like 2 cards.
He is running out though. I think he's just brought the final 2 in just now.
Yeah, unless you can get some more. I'm not entirely sure about the martyr count for 91st. But he's trading efficiently with him, and like you said, trading bodies for time, and it's working. It's really working. He's keeping all his Faultjägers on hold fire just to...
Ambush predators.
Ambush, exactly. Don't want to be given away position. We've got you see the Abra in the middle, Khan?
I do.
Oh... Is he gonna do it? I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
No, don't hold fire! Fire now!
Oh! No, he's shooting.
Oh, okay, he's shooting in one
He's
direction.
shooting at the Marder 2. Is he waiting for the Marder 2 to turn it up a little bit before fire? What is he doing? Now would be a time to shoot.
He's gonna lose the Marder 2 if he's not careful. Fire! For all that is holy, mein Gott in Himmel. Ready?
Oh, no.
Too late. You blew it.
No,
Dude, you had a beautiful side shot.
I don't know what he was thinking, yeah, but...
Maybe he wanted to go tank via, assault gun. Maybe he was just trying to be honorable-ish.
Yeah, well, he is going to force the Cromwell to fall back at least for now. So maybe the Mortar 2 can get the kill. I don't know. The artillery's coming down.
I doubt it.
But
moving target, all that kind of thing.
Damn. Yeah, that would have been a good kill. But nonetheless, Lennart's still in the lead by a nice plus. Well, he's not getting a +1 at the moment, but
he ain't losing one either.
Yeah, and it really comes down to he has this town still under his control. Northern flank is not looking too pretty as the rifles are putting pressure. The Panther 3 is going to be able to clog that up for now, at least.
Well, just as amusing for me is that down to the south there is one lone Ersatz-Truppen, and there goes, 1 or 2% of the map right there. Yep. So it could be a +1 for Yuejin, but I don't think he's got the time to bring it back.
No, I don't think so either, really.
Well, as he takes out the one to the south, these rifles are going to get forced to surrender in the north. So that's oddly amusing for me. Yeah,
and Yuejin really has lost a lot of his armor. He only has like 1 fly support Cromwell left. 5 flies went down. He's using really what is the crux as we're getting towards the end of it. Is he's getting just the 1 kilometer tanks and not the 1.2 kilometer tanks. Like Shermans and the Cromwells are nice, but he really just needed to be getting Fireflies and Achilles and more Cromwell support on the map, as he just needs long range fire support because the Armadas can just outrange.
Indeed. Indeed. Actually, can we please call it quickly on the game's history that for the first almost 5 minutes, there's barely any death?
Yeah,
that's
like
incredible.
Yeah, both sides were just, especially in the town, even though there's a lot of fighting going back and forth, both sides were pretty conservative. You know, they'd getting their troops out just in the nick of time for the most of it.
Oh yes, by the way, 1722 Panzer 39H does take out the command Cromwell.
Look at that Panzer 39 did quite a bit of damage considering it's
oh
like
my gosh,
60 point tank. It knocked out 3 half-tracks, the Cromwell, Humber, Universal Carrier, as well as 2 squads of rifles.
Oh yep.
That's pretty good usage of a rather outdated tank.
Indeed. Well, you know what? You get close enough. I mean, those are some big steel cojones on that guy.
Yeah, and the Marder 2s have been able to get quite a few kills each, really.
Sounds about right. Yeah, but again, I think I still have to tip my hat to that tank. That light tank did way more. He was punching above his weight class.
He's definitely MVP of that match.
Agreed.
MVP, yeah.
Agreed.
But really, just good play from Lennart. Just setting down a nice defensive role on that southern middle sector, and just Mortar 2s all over the place. Fast fire rate, long range, just good play.
Sounds about right. So what say you we get over to the next game of these finals?
Sure, let's go over to match number 2. Right.
And we're back with the next game in this best of 3 between Yuejin and Lennart. Rang, where are we playing today?
We are on the airfield Carpiquet, and as you can see, yeah, it's definitely an airfield on this map.
The question is, we're going to have the 91st Luftland again on that eastern side. And it looks like it's going to be the Scots are coming out, so it's going to be kilt in the air, I think. But will we see? Will we see air power to justify this airfield being fought over, or no?
Well, the B3 definitely be pretty useful in A phase if we do see an Avra. Yeah, I'm not seeing an Avra. Seeing a honey shirt up north and down south, so spreading out the armor assets a bit. So I'm thinking we're going to see a bit of a heavy play for the town once again. Scott's going to be much better this time compared to Guards, as rifle spam and Scott's rifles, the 2 submachine guns, so getting in close against Feldschlägers is pretty feasible. You know, up north, I'm just looking at his composition. He's got like recon, command infantry, rifles, and a honey. So maybe he make a play up north and try to capture that northern side. You know, for Lennart, he's got quite a lot of infantry. Well, he's got an AT gun and some infantry going all the way up north, and quite a lot going into that town. Probably Ersatz trooping, Feldschläger combo as usual.
And we are off right now. Hi, Twitch chat. So, yes, these guys are singing on out. They're singing our name. Or maybe not. I like to think so. But we're off, and looks like
Costas, there we go. See, we get the shout out.
Yuejin and Lennart, you guys are real ballers. Yeah. So the breakout, here we go. So, not as much infantry as I expected coming into this town. Looks like he's going for the northern side of that town, much more conservative there. Germans, in the meantime, pushing heavy for that southeastern tip of the town there. And Lennart is now just sending random messages all over the place.
Yep. But, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a firefight in this town. Neither side is really bringing in artillery, so it's just going to be full on. It is actually a Churchill Mark V. I did not spot it up north, so I do apologize. And that's going to be a huge bonus up north, as it does have the range.
I think he called it in just before the thing started, because that was not there.
Yeah, okay, he changed the honey shirt for the Churchill. And that's going to be a much better choice, as the long-range HE is going to dish out some damage.
That's true, but the Pak-40 is right there, so that thing's going to devastate them if they're not careful.
Yeah, and the town fight is opening up. We've got flamethrower troops, Ersatz, Feldschlägers, good smoke on the northern section of the town. Allows Ersatz and flamethrowers get closer to those rifles. And this is just a pure bloody firefight.
In every sense of that word, that's absolutely true.
And a hot one soon, as the flamethrowers are starting to burn, baby, burn.
Yes, and again, oh my gosh, I'm just imagining these flamethrower troops like diving from house to house the entire way through. I'm sorry, it's a beautiful sight in my mind.
It's like a match of Red Ultra. It's like a match of Red Ultra 2. The
Yes, it
Pacific mod.
is.
Not the
I have
Pacific mod,
not
but
heard that
Rising
in a
Storm.
long time for that game.
Yeah, but damn, look at the flamethrowers completely clearing up south and the
Mm-hmm.
northern side of the town. We got some rifles holding the line, but once that smoke dissipates, that Feldjäger is gonna have eyes on the Scottish infantry, and we all know what Feldjägers do.
They Fouch?
They also jump out of planes.
No, well, that was, well,
Oh yeah,
that's-
good point. Fouch is yeah. Yep, yeah, he's German.
I'm playing a
for
little bit
falling.
literally there, but
Quite literally. Especially if it's around Crete. But nonetheless, we got the northern...
Ooh. That's hurting my national spirit right about now, but that's okay.
Well, it's technically a victory, but up north... Well, it was actually a victory, just a pretty bloody one,
Pyrrhic,
but-
to be sure.
Yeah, but up north, that Pack 40 online, not killing Universal Carrier because of the HP system right now, but,
There we go.
There we go. But the Churchill is being very, very passive. I mean, he should see that Pack Gun and try and move up to get the kill. Same time, the Pack Gun is pretty well hidden. There's no real long-range way for the Churchill to approach it, but Spitfire, perfect choice.
Freaking Spitfire.
Yeah, just
Sorry. Continue.
just going to be able to strafe at Pack 40, stun it up. Yeah, I don't think the rifles are... Okay, with the Churchill now online, maybe the rifles can do damage, as they are close enough in SMG range. And Feldjäger's close range kind of scares him a little bit, you know?
That is true. So actually calling the Honey Stewart back in now. Ooh, he's shooting downrange. I was looking for those rifles across the battle down the airstrip. Big deal.
Trying to make it to the other side of the airfield, but that's just a good amount of just ground. Yeah, for those single rifles. And speaking of rifles, we've got more rifles coming into the town to support the previous rifles who are holding the town. Hopefully the rifles will be able to out-rifle the German riflemen.
Well, it's kind of funny to me. We actually are seeing Führer Lig kind of rushing on in, leading by example. He came on in, he suppressed 2 squads, and he was like, okay, time to go.
Yeah, Feldjäger Führers are like one of the best Führer like leader units.
Yes.
As, you know, the 2 submachine guns makes them good for CQC. The FGs are pretty efficient for like just a 4-man squad efficiently, essentially for fire support. And okay, they do have like anti-tank grenades, but anti-tank grenades aren't exactly that great. But nonetheless,
who gets close enough for those? Come on.
Exactly, and even then, I mean, they just seem to miss.
That seems
Which is a shame
fair.
because you know they're magnetic, but nonetheless, we do have another 39H down south.
One to the north as well.
Oh damn! So hopefully
And the stew.
and a stew. So hopefully the 39s can live up to the
Their
to last
ancestors'
match.
expectations.
Exactly, and that stew's gonna help out quite a bit as it can just scare off that Churchill for now.
I don't know about that. We are having the Honey Stewart coming on in, so that's going to be a very, very dangerous playmate.
Yeah, Honey does have to get rather close, and with that airfield, it's gonna be a bit tough to come close. And that Pack 40 is still alive, hardly taking any damage, surprisingly.
Well, it was just that Spitfire. I think as soon as he got behind that tree line, he just was broken line of sight from anything, so the Spitfire could not strafe him any longer.
Yeah, good, cool moving out back, and yeah, Lennart's gonna be holding up north with his heavily depleted Feldjäger, and pretty much Pack 40, 39 combo. Just good play overall.
Throw down to the south has wounded that Stewart that's right there, and the Fallschirmjäger's getting close enough.
There we go.
Faust goes in beautiful.
Good micro, yeah. And he's going to be coming in once again. Is he going to get the command carrier? No, he does not. But going to be suppressing that rifle squad. Easy peasy. And this southern section of the town has really just broken up here for A.Lennart.
You know, these guys, and you said this last game, I have to say it again this game. It is such a joy to watch them micro.
Yeah, it's...
Pack 40 to the north, by the way, takes the Honey Stewart, so no problem there. Now that Churchill's wide open. I'm sorry, you were going to say.
But yeah, it's just... I mean... These are the best of the best players of this tournament. This is top tier play that we are witnessing right here. And as you said, it really shows.
It's just so organic. Again, you watch these guys moving back and forth, and you can practically feel them doing this. It's so lifelike. My guys feel like a robot.
I know how
herky-jerky.
you feel. I know how you feel. It's like you try to get the stormtrooper squad a little bit close, and then you're just too late by like 5 seconds, and then they get annihilated by a machine gun because you forgot to drop the smoke.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel you can.
Well, my mama told me I shouldn't smoke, so I blame her for that one. 3.5 minutes out from Phase B, and I can't help but think it. I think Lennart has wrested control away from the Scotch on this one.
Yeah, it's working really well. The flamethrower play has been on point, and the reason why both matches he's been winning these town fights is just the smoke flamethrower combo, clearing out the rifles, and then once you get the Fouchshakers online in position with machine guns, they can dish out quite a bit of damage. And yeah, it's just really good micro.
Pack 40 does finally go down, by the way, in the north. But he held up that advance for a very, very long time.
Yeah, and the 39H is now here to try and stop any more pushes. The Honey Shirt did go down, as you mentioned. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty easy northern hold.
Well, there's a replacement coming on in, but there's also some more infantry coming in. So I think the Germans are looking to take those northern aircraft hangars. And I don't think there's enough Brit infantry to stop them either.
No, I mean, we are seeing reinforcements up north, just the Mercenaries troop, and it's just really just going to be more than enough. But hopefully Fouchshaker and 39 can provide enough fire support. They can definitely kill the rifles, it's just how long is it going to take?
Tell me some more about the Scotch anti-tank, at least infantry-wise. So tell me more about that, because we haven't really touched on it. It's different than it was for the Guards, obviously.
You mean like the Piat, essentially?
Well, the Piat did just claim the 39H to the south.
How did it even hit?
Well, he was like maybe 100 meters away, so he was in that corner house right there. So if he missed that, he deserves to be busted.
Yeah, but it's pretty much just Piats from the rifle leaders. There's not really much else. You can get dedicated Piat squads, but most people just use these secret rifle leaders. It's more focusing on using 6-pounders than actual tanks for your anti-tank, because like in the longest day, you don't trust a Piat. I mean, just Piats.
Well, like, yeah, well, you know what? I can't even say it on the stream. You know, I wish I could, but I can't bring myself to do it. Stu is going to completely freak out that Honey Stewart continuously. And that Honey Stewart's not going to pen his armor. I don't even know why he's wasting the AP ammo on him.
He really needs something a bit more heavy duty up north. And when B face it, you know, he could probably get a 17-pounder, a Challenger, to try and challenge out Stu. Because it's really just holding that entire northern flank. Because the Stu does outshoot the Churchill. And it does have 1 extra armor value, as well as 2 extra HE. So just that little bit really evens your odds, or tips your odds in the Stu's favour. As well, it is in cover at the moment. And as you can see, the rifles are just going down as the Stu dishes out fire support. And the Churchill doing the same thing. So there's pretty much just a funny little crossfire going on.
I imagine it might not be quite so humorous, those poor bastards on the front line there, but you're actually right either way.
Yeah, we are seeing this Abra right in the middle of the airfield. It's very ballsy. Is he trying to rush?
Wait, there's an Abra there? No, it's another Churchill, I thought.
No, from A.Lennart. The Panther Strike squad.
Oh, Abwehr. I thought you said Abra, and I was like, wait,
what? They do sound kind of similar. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but, yeah, that like, Abra moving in... I see how it sounds like a feed now. But, you know, a bit of a ballsy move, trying to charge over an open field.
B3.
Panther Strike. Oh, and a
ME-109's right there as well.
So here we go.
Playing at least keeping protected this time. Oh, okay, gun runs with the Churchills? I don't know. I could see it, but he's going to waste, I think, a lot of his ammo here.
Come on.
Transmission damaged. Here comes...
Spitfire. The other Messerschmitt is going to be able to outduke him.
But we also have some anti-air coming in as well, but the question is, can you get him before... No.
No, it doesn't matter anyway.
They're just tickling each other.
Yeah.
And there's other Spitfire coming on in. You've mentioned before, that Spitfire is an excellent furball, kind of like mixing it on up, but they're not really that quick, are they?
No, they're like the Messerschmitt ran more of a turn fighter instead of an interceptor, but for like 125 points, they're really efficient. And that's what makes them nice, because you can just get a good amount of them on the field. And look at Flag 36, just in time, saving the day. That Messerschmitt is going to be able to hopefully claim at least one of the Spit.
No, I think he was backing off, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's backing off.
Oh, never mind.
It's too far now. The Messerschmitt can't catch up.
Yeah, it's a 550s apiece, so.
Yeah.
We are going to see Bedford's coming in with some flame troops to the south, and some very, very plucky Airsoft troop, and again, taking 1% or 2% of this map by himself.
Oh, right.
Hugging that touch line.
I would
Ugh.
not. That must be very scary for Ersatz trooping, because if just something comes in front, he's buggered. No fire support, no nothing. Or
And more
flamethrowers.
Flammenwerfer
See,
right
just
in that town.
burning the buildings, one by one.
You know, Rang, there was that recent cast that we did where the entire town, I think it was Sandberg Glees, was on
Oh
fire.
yeah,
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I was actually kind of afraid for those guys
I
in
know.
there.
I would not want to. I would not want to be in that town. But yeah, Rough Ramens plus town. There usually ends up being no town after the Rough Ramens have done their thing.
Ooh. Okay, so the Honey Stewards completely missed the Abwehr.
Oh wow. What?
Um,
How did he? How did he run back here? I know, right? Because it's kind of like in cover essentially, but just zooming in.
wait, the Steward got taken out.
Whoa. The Stu
Wasn't
killed
the
it.
Martyr either. That was the Stu. The Stu
Yeah.
fired one last HE round and blew to pieces.
Yeah, that's a Hollywood moment, right? Yeah, like that last shot had the Honey Stewart's name on it, and it was a street shot.
It must have. And I think at this point, if I am Lennart, I give up 1 or 2%, back up with an infantry. You want to draw those Churchills on in.
Yeah. I mean, can he? He can't see the Abra. No, he cannot.
Okay, there we go. Falling back now.
Yeah.
Chase me.
Chase
Now he's
me.
falling back.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous how he got the Abra up here. I would never think of doing that. But there we go.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. And that
Ooh. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, that transmission damage, Sherman's slowly gonna get close. Oh, Churchill's slowly gonna get close, and hopefully he can get shot there, Viab.
I don't know. I don't think the Abwehr is going to be able to be seen. No, they're moving in, moving back, moving in, moving back, and a third Churchill's being brought up.
Damn.
At that point, I think it's a little bit much. I think he's afraid of this Martyr 2.
Yeah, and that is the problem. The Martyr 2 now is the Churchill can't outrange that Martyr 2. He really needs. Where he's bringing up a 17-pounder, it's definitely going to help out, but he really needs like long-range anti-tank. Well, he does have long-range anti-tank, but more infantry to try and get his northern assault going. But like last match, Martyr 2 rule on that northern flank would pretty easily stop any Scottish moves. Down south, we are seeing a 2-inch carrier add a continued assault from A.Lennart.
That's what I was going to call it before. I'm just as happy that you did. We also were supposed to see some more flame troops coming on, and indeed, more and more and more are being called in. But I don't think it's going to reverse the fortunes of them right now. The Germans seem like they have that fairly locked down.
They got pretty good initiative, but a lot of their units in that assault are dead. I mean,
That's true. That is very
trooping
true.
are gone, and he has like one Fallschläger holding southern flank. But that northern town is really held by a Ulik, really. That's really it.
Well, he's going to have some company soon. We have 3 different squads of Ersatz-Truppen coming on in, but you're right, Ulig may not live to see the day, and there he goes.
Yeah, he goes. And that 2-inch carrier is just going to be so vital, because everyone always underestimates the 2-inch carrier, but look at it go. It's a bloody machine gun.
Oh, misses the command Churchill. Okay, if he gets one more round off, okay, that is still good, beautiful. If he gets one round...
No, it was not meant to be.
No, yeah, you're right, he's not to be.
And that's the problem, having it in that position is, unlike in a tree line, you get the Panzer shot off, and then pull back. But there's nowhere to run yet, buddy. Nowhere to run.
Have you ever played Armor Alley?
Armor out? No, I haven't.
Okay, it's a really, really old game back in like Windows 95, it's a disc and everything. Just watching these trucks move down the field in the convoy like that just reminds me so much of that game. So if anybody out there has played that, please let me know. I feel like I'm so old when I mention games like that. Beautiful games, a lot of fun. Stupidly hard later on. Anyway, sorry.
Nonetheless.
Reminiscing for a second, let's get back to this war.
We got more assault pioneers which are coming in to try and clear in the town of for the single satchel charge is definitely going to help out as they can trade efficiently the Fallschlägers if they manage to get that satchel off. And it's a pretty good counteroffensive from Yuejin getting in close, but we are going to be seeing off-map artillery from A.Lennart of the 210mm variant. So big bada boom is going to come into a town near you.
True, and we also have those pioneers there as well. So 2 structures are going to be completely get taken out.
Yeah, and I do love seeing pioneers. They're definitely the good counter against the assault piles.
Shockingly enough, somehow the pioneers didn't get completely whooped by that satchel charge coming out. But it looks like the converse may not be true.
No, yeah. And that's the good thing about Pioneers against British Assault Pioneers, is when it comes to those satchel charge fight, the Pioneers usually survive as they have more men in the squad.
Uh-huh. When the Germans get the ever-living snot beat out of them so often, it's nice to see that it actually can stick for a time or two.
But these are really good satchel charges from
Yes, they
Yuejin.
are.
I mean, knocking out another Pioneer down to 2 guys, and really using the Assault Pioneers personally, like for flamethrowers, pretty hard to micro around. As,
Sure.
you know, they don't have that much in terms of weaponry. It's all about getting that one satchel off. And we're seeing him do that to great effect.
What do we see to the north? Okay, B3's coming back in. Overflight is right there. So Command Churchill continues to just get bounces.
Yep.
You know, you told me at one point it's going to make much more sense to come in from the side. And I kind of wish I would see that happen a little bit more often.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to lose the B3?
It's going to be close.
Oh,
no, there it goes.
that
The
was
Spitfire goes down
that
as
was-
well, but that's worth the kill.
Yeah, that's worth the trade for sure. Yeah, he
And
might
both
lose
of
the
them
second
die
run.
within 50 meters of each other.
Yeah, he's going to lose the second one, I think, as Messerschmitt is slowly twisting onto the tail. And like a good old Raw Thunder kill, down goes a Spitfire.
Yeah, but you know, it's kind of like Dunkin' Donuts a couple years back. It's always worth the trip. Get the free donuts, you take out the plane, it's worth the trip. And this plucky, okay, look at the air stops trooping right next to this Command Churchill. He's not gonna live,
No.
but he's got a great view to the end of the world.
Yeah, he's got a great view of his incoming armor assault coming down the airfield. And yeah, really, Yuejin is putting all his points in this northern assault. There's only one Mortar 2 right now, but we do have a second run. And once again, if A.Lennart gets that Mortar 2 rule, it's going to be really hard to deal with.
Can we call it real quick that one of these aircraft has actually picked up a Star of Veterancy by himself?
What? What one?
Edelstein. Actually, Edelstein's picked one up too. So both Jens and Edelstein have both picked up their own Star of Veterancy.
No,
They've killed that much on this map.
No, they have run Star Veterancy automatically.
No, I swear to God, they didn't have it. I swear.
No,
I promise.
No, really?
Scout's honor. Please, somebody back me up on that one too. But there was no star on them, and now there's a star. Or maybe I'm completely insane. But that's also a possibility.
Okay. Nonetheless, we got more tanks coming down, and the Mortar 2, you know, they're holding their own. They did kill the Wolverine, which is really a big threat, yeah, coming down the airfield. And Spitfire going to be chasing down the Messerschmitt, and yeah, no ammo, no fuel, and down goes the plane.
You're absolutely right. No tiki, no laundry, and that will be that. Mortar 2s, like you said. Okay, are we going to continue to see that delaying play? I mean, we can't see it currently with the whole 52-48 in favor of Yuejin. But will it just be delaying play from the Germans?
I think up north they'll definitely be delaying Mortar 2 line, essentially. And as you can see, it's working well for us, as Mortar 2s are just rat-a-tat-a-tattering at Churchill. But I think he can definitely try and retake his town now that he has the off-map RC and the infantry to support. And as you can see, good old railway. I think is it railway cannon 210?
210, it might be the naval cannon. Yeah, it might be railway. Unlikely that the amount of shells coming in that fast. I don't think it is.
Nonetheless, it's big booms, and he's going to be able to, you know, pretty much get back. I think it's just a really large artillery piece.
That sounds more correct, just because of how quickly those shells come.
Yeah, may or may not be on a railway train. You know, it's definitely been moved around on a railway train once, because that's how the Germans kind of moved a lot of their equipment.
That's true. Well, and think about this. Back in World War I, that's how Indiana Jones made his name. He fought with the old and the bold in Africa to take out the...
Exactly.
Yes. Martyr 2s, in the meantime, have completely stopped that Churchill push. They are falling back right now. But still, you don't want to be engaging anti-tank guns like that. And a third one coming on in.
And the main thing is the Martyr 2s are still alive, and they're just delaying those Churchills and 17-pounders from getting anywhere close.
And they do have a lot to worry about. We are into Phase C, so we're just seeing more and more and more of those, I'm not sure what to call them, moving artillery pieces, basically.
Yeah. We're also seeing 2 Flak 80H being brought up north.
Oh, you're right. I saw that.
This is gonna be fun.
Half-fire pass, maybe?
That's gonna be... So, like last match we saw the Mortar 2 rule. Now we got the Mortar 2 rule with a guest star appearance of 2 Flak 88s. So, damn, that's gonna be a real tough nut to crack here for Yuejin up north.
You know, Ryan, there was a match you and I played with a long time ago. I think it was you, me, and PLK.
Yeah.
And I have awful memories. One guy just started sticking a gun line worth of just flak 88s, and I had 4th armored, and there was nothing I could do on this map. He just had all the open territory. I could not rush it. It was just awful.
Yeah. Flak 88s, and especially because there's not much artillery, you're going to be able to do a pretty bloody good job. And they can perfectly counter the 17-pounder, as a 17-pounder can't exactly do much against a big Flak 88. And, yeah, pretty much A.Lennart is going to be able to contain this northern assault easy peasy now with the heavy guns on the field. He has the town back under his control. Once he contains up north, it should be a nice old +1 to A.Lennart again.
That flak 88.
Just 2-star, the veterancy really makes up, or really the big deal, as the mortars don't have any veterancy, so having the 2 stars, the extra accuracy, is just going to make it very deadly, as you can see.
Command Churchill goes down, but I'm going to guess that one of those... Oh, no, never mind. The Flak 88's there to support it. Wow, that's...
Yeah, and this is such a, efficient trade here from A.Lennart. He's knocked out, the Wolverine, the Churchill, Stuart Remy. It's just good kills, and he's about to kill a 17-pounder as well.
Well, and what's more, he's dropping his 2nd arty barrage onto those hangars. If he can just at least reduce one of those hangars to just burning rubble, that's still a win. Even if he doesn't even touch the rifle squad there.
Yeah, just as long as he can secure out a bit, because that's really just the defense for his northern town. So as that Churchill is slowly coming around, yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to get too much done, because it doesn't really have any eyes on or good angle. And is that no, that's the same Flak 88. It's just moving it up north now. And just Ersatz trooping. And this is when A.Lennart attacks with the Mortar 2 rule.
It's so weird to hear something like that. The air detachment, the airborne division's actually attacking. It doesn't seem to work in my mind.
I know what you mean, and especially with just very, very not like Panthers and Tigers. It's Mortar 2s backed up with Flak 88. It's not exactly the prettiest sight.
It's victory through just sheer bloody-minded determination. These guys are not gods of the battle space. Yeah,
and Luftlander is such a solid division. As the infantry plays really good, because that's Truppen, Fautjäger combo or Pioneers later on. And the Mortar 2s are just very efficient anti-tank and using good areas. They're just solid all round, really, which is surprising because you look at the deck and you think it shouldn't work because it looks pretty terrible.
It's so light.
It's so light, but then you play it, and if you figure out how to use the Fautjägers and Ersatz and AT guns and ambushes, it works wonders. And as you see in the town, he's holding it really well using Panzerschrecks to scare off tanks, and Pioneers just holding the line. Panzerschreck going to be almost killing that Churchill 6, and look, he moves it out the building immediately after
the round hadn't even hit the target yet.
I know, and he moved it out the building, and there we go. And just really good micro from A.Lennart with the Panzerschreck play. And I don't think rifle spam's going to be enough to take it to town anymore.
Now we are going to see this. There is a 25-pounder really starting to hammer the Flak 36 over there, and he's really got to back off now, otherwise he's going to start losing it. Ooh.
Does lose a mortar.
Well, he did, yeah, from that 17-pounder there. But yet, even with that in mind, yikes. ME-109 coming in after that 25-pounder. I don't think he's going to be long for this world. Or at the very least, taking heavy damage.
Yeah. Will that Spitfire even have enough fuel to chase it down, you think?
I don't think so. And the 25-pounder is dead. That's actually a big hit right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good, because the artillery is really the scary thing against his 88. So he's going to be losing that Messerschmitt. Yes, he does. He's definitely going to be able to kill the Spitfire, and there's been quite a few Spitfire deaths already.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I think he's got to be pretty much out of it right now, unless he's running with every single Spitfire he can. That doesn't seem like Yuejin.
Oh, Flak 88 kills it.
Ground fire. Yep. Beautiful.
Yep. And that's the nice thing about Flak 88, dual purpose.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And really, he's just slowly gaining ground up north. You know,
Well,
the Churchill and 17-pounder forced to retreat.
well, the tickets are pretty much bang on even for that matter. So
And very close too. Like,
they go to Churchill. 17-pounder soon to follow, I imagine.
if he doesn't have eyes on you, which is a bit of a shame. But he's going to be capturing that northern hangars really as he has troop and slowly grind down the rifles with help of big gun support.
And more martyrs. I've actually never seen martyrs get used this effectively. Between that last game and this one, I've never seen them get used this effectively.
Same. Both maps have been really effective martyr maps because he's using them in completely open areas. On more like Omaha, for example, where it's a bit more closer range, martyrs aren't as great as they can get flanked, and there's less 1.2 kilometer long distance zones for him to take advantage of. But when it's completely open, just completely open, the martyrs just win because they shoot so fast.
True. Very true. Now, he has gone and used 2 of those artillery barrages onto that hangars just to the north of the town, but he's completely given that up, and now there's a disgusting proboscis being jammed into the German lines.
Yeah, and that's pretty dirty. Pretty dirty with the rifles. They're not going to be able to actually do much damage, but just the map control is definitely going to help out Yuejin.
And exactly, that's what I was going to say, is that Lennart needs to get some sort of ticking in his favor here. We're running out of time.
And the town is looking a little bit difficult at the moment. The 25-pounder is doing some pretty good suppressive fire. And the rifles, you know, managing to get a little bit of a foothold. But it's a tough hold right now here for A.Lennart. And he's bringing that Cooper wagon in between machine gun fire to resupply the Faustjäger. That's pretty heroic here from the Kubel.
Yes, it is. Now, to the north, by the way, we are going to see... That was a waste of a gun run, unfortunately. We are going to see more Scotch being brought on in, but now with the Germans in the hangars, I don't think they can stop that. The MG-34, if that gets into any one of those buildings, you're not getting through there.
Yep, it's just going to completely stop any infantry from getting in close. And the mortars are starting to make their way. The 25-pounders are doing their best to try and stop his advance, which is really the best counter at the moment.
Quick question.
Shoot.
Okay, we have a Churchill 6, who's bailed out and retreating.
Yeah, bailed out is well. Let's just pretend for realism's sake. Yeah, it's the
he
crew,
left the gear going.
They
when
left
he
the
ran?
gear backwards. That's exactly what they did. They thought, all right, chaps, our tank's buggered. Let's just put it on reverse and hope he gets back to base. You know, it's
maybe
like,
he'll come home to us later.
It's like a cat.
True. You leave a saucer of milk out, and that's what.
Yeah, you know, and hopefully a Churchill will come back. You know, but with a Churchill tank, you gotta leave like some whiskey and cigars.
Well, and he's not coming home.
he's not coming home.
Got roasted there.
He just got rickety wrecked. But the Yuejin is managing to take back into the town with some rifles. The Pioneers just not being enough. The Faustjäger is pretty low on ammunition up north in the town, and it's just a bloody fight so far.
That's true, but we have one lone rifle trying to hold this line into the German position. Once that goes down, we could almost be flirting with, I think, a +2.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. A.Lennart is at the 53 to 47, and if he can just make some more headway in his airfield, that'll definitely be the +2. He doesn't need it, as he is in the lead by +1 and gaining that slow point advantage, and he's just doing pretty well.
You're right, he doesn't need it, but I feel
nice.
like holding that hangar all the way to the west of that series would be a better idea than trying to take other positions back.
Fair point. It's better to be safe than sorry and have a +2 instead of like just racing around. You know, I don't think Yuejin really has the momentum to really take anything back. He's lost pretty much all of his tanks up north, and that's where he spent most of his money in this match. And he's not going to be able to out-tank the Marder 2 spam now. And Stu and a Panzer 3, as well as a Flak 88. It's going to be tough, as the Marder 2s are just extremely cost-efficient.
Well, let's game theory this for a second. Would it have been better for him to try to go way down south and curl around the town from behind? Maybe aim for those triangular position hangars on the German side?
Yeah, I think like more southern assault would have maybe helped out a little bit from Yuejin. Just try to go full-on rifle spam with 2-inch carriers to support Because 2-inch carriers, they are the perfect counter against Feldjägers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he couldn't be super aggressive up north. He needed to try to get the airfield in A phase essentially, and the area past it. But because he couldn't do that, you know, once B phase it, mortars come online, and mortars on an open field.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very, very true.
Yeah. And he is trying to now fight over the town, but yeah, it's just, I mean, he's getting a lot of rifles now.
Wait. Yeah, I was saying, just was it 7 squads coming in?
That's a lot of rifles. That's a lot of rifles, and it seems like it's gonna be his last-ditch effort to try and take back this match.
Now, we do have to make a quick call out. There is a martyr up north that's gone down. There's actually a new Wolverine. So the Wolverine, I think, is probably going to get the first shot off every time here.
Yeah.
He's already claimed 2 kills. And one of the Flak 88s is dead. Of course, it looks like right now the Befehle Panzer III is coming from the side. So even if you engage the martyr, you're going to reveal yourself to the Panzer. And
the Panzer III is going to have a hard time penetrating. The other... You know, it's the
okay,
suppression.
he freaks him out. That would still be enough, I would think.
Yep, that's going to be more than enough. And
falling back.
There we go.
He's falling back. Okay, so the question is, will he go by the rifle leader? Rifle leader, of course. If he touches, oh no, he's coming. He's coming.
He's coming. Will the Piat hit? Will it not? And nope. And he runs back before taking any casualties. So successful. It's attack run, and the rifles down south are about to reach their destination, and that's just going to be deadly. And this is really where the Scotch come into power, because even though 91st Loftlander is a very infantry focused deck, if you can just out rifle, you can out rifle A.Lennart if you were to just go very heavy rifle spam for Yuejin. That's exactly what he is going for right now. He still has a 2-inch carrier. It's out of ammo, unfortunately, because that's really the key for his town, that 2-inch carrier.
Well, I keep wanting to see if we have a 3rd artillery strike or not. If we do, this could be the time for the knockout blow.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen a 3rd one, right? Just a double.
And that's the thing. I don't remember whether or not we've seen a 3rd one. I know we've seen 2 for sure.
Yeah.
But a 3rd one placed right in that road juncture. See with the 3 rifle leader. Yeah.
That would be pretty deadly. Pretty deadly.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. But no, it looks like he's bringing ME-109 and instead hit that same group of infantry, so I think he's more concerned about that.
Oh yeah, I should work pretty well just how clustered they are.
Mm-hmm.
And kaboom!
And then now you rush all that infantry in real quick to try to pick them. No, probably not. Probably not a good idea. That's
yeah, not enough pioneers, unfortunately.
Ooh. Flak 36 in the meantime, trying to put fire down that Spitfire before he gets pushed back. And another rocket run? Jeez.
He's just trying to stop any assaults. Fuhrer getting the surrender, yeah. And like
Fuhrer also got a vehicle kill as well.
Damn, pretty good.
So those magnetic grenades that we were kind of laughing about they're pretty damn effective.
They definitely stuck.
I see what you did there.
Oh, Stu going down up north to the 17.
True, but even then, like we were saying already, like in the last game, we're playing. This is just bodies for time. He doesn't have to do anything. He keeps him back for another 2 minutes, and that's enough. Yeah,
but he's already got like 3 Marder 2s as well as an 88. That's just gonna be a bit of a pain. Well, 2 Marder 2s now, but still a bit of a pain to just push through with his tank force at the moment.
And there's another 5 squads coming down the road.
Oh, yeah.
6 squads coming down the road.
It's like some Warhammer 40k stuff. Just keep throwing in more riflemen.
Send in the guard.
Send in the guards.
But no, this is a +2 right now, so it's not going to be coming back for Yuejin unless the German lines completely collapse.
And that does not seem
that's not going to happen with a man of Lennart's caliber. I don't think it's going to happen.
This is a good defense, and once again, really what came down to the tip of this match is Yuejin just he made the play up north. The play didn't work. B phase hit. Marders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in hindsight, maybe a town assault, like a full-on A phase town assault, would have been the better choice. But nonetheless, that's what happened.
True. In the town assault, actually, you think thrust between the hangars and the airstrip to the north, maybe, and kind of just shove there,
Yeah,
and then just the double envelopment, basically, right?
like through the middle, essentially, is what you're saying?
Well, you see where that pioneer squad is holding fire
Yeah.
there, and then aim down to the south. The Fusiliers are to the south of the town. Try to curve around some infantry to the south. Keep your Churchills right there around the middle for fire support on the town itself,
Yeah.
and then you drive hard with the infantry in the middle.
Yeah, kind of like that northern, like, pretty much that northern town area would definitely been the place to play for. But now he's rushing into rifles, trying to fight the Pioneers. He's got some fire support with the 88, so I think the Pioneers are going to be able to come out on top of that engagement.
Well, even if the Flak 88 wasn't there, the Pioneers were just throwing up so much suppression. The one grenade took out an entire squad.
Yeah.
So congratulations to A.Lennart for taking this very, very long tournament. The Pioneers getting 2 surrenders there. Good gosh. Yuejin played a hell of a tournament, though.
Yeah, just very good play overall, and a really good finals match. I mean, it hasn't been like a complete,
Blowout.
like 6 minute, half track rush, one side wins, but just very good play from both sides. But A.Lennart just really coming out on top, just playing left land rail, and the maps have complemented his Marder 2 strategy quite a bit. And Yuejin surrenders.
There we go.
A.Lennart is the victor.
That was a very lackluster call out there at the end, but you know exactly right. I wish we could be applauding right now, but you guys would be here clapping on the stream.
It'd be like 2 claps.
True. There we go. You know what? Rang, you're clapping for me. So
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I got 2 hands, one for me, one for you.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's called friendship.
But nonetheless, have we explained the prizes?
Yes, okay, so we got to touch on this, I think, in the first game. So first prize now going to, oh my gosh, A.Lennart is going to be 3 Paradox titles of his choice for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yuejin will not walk away empty-handed either. He's going to get 2, and you and I need to find out who's going to get 3rd place, because I cannot remember for the life of me who that is.
Yep, it hasn't, at the time of recording, the 3rd place match hasn't been played yet. It's like the bronze match, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll probably get out to you whenever it comes up. But looking
And that
at kills,
person, by the way, will get their own title.
Yeah.
So.
But looking at kills and losses, nothing too... Well, the Flak 88's meant to do a pretty good job.
It's a Flak 88.
Yeah, it's a Flak 88, exactly. And I know Command Stewart did pretty well. Same with a 17-pounder knocking out 2 Mortar 2s, just doing a Panzer 3.
But again, the hero of my heart for these 2 games has been that Panzer 39 from the last game.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yeah, it's MVP of the finals. But yeah, just good play from both sides. Just real top tier matches.
Sounds about right. So, Rang, any final thoughts here, either for the champion or for our runner-up?
No, just good play, guys. Very, very good play, and good tournament.
Indeed. So actually, I know there's talk about more tournaments coming up in the future. So, guys, don't you worry. We will be giving you more Rang and Khan. You can't keep us down forever. No. But that'll do it for me. How about you, Rang?
I'm good.
Sounds good. Folks, you all have a great day. Take it easy.
Take it easy.